In our first debate video, we have a special guest. This is my wife, Sharon. She's a very avid Twilight fan, obsessed to the bone. Twilight underwear, everything. And Andrew here
doesn't have Twilight underwear
anymore. So, anyways, he really doesn't like Twilight at all. He has no interest in it whatsoever. He doesn't want to watch it, listen to it, like it, or anything. So Sharon is going to, by the time this video is over, make Andrew say,
Team Jacob, Team Edward.
No, he's going to say, Golly gee, I need to go home and watch Twilight tonight, right now.
I hope it's on demand.
Good luck with that.
Why? Why don't you want to read the books?
Because, you know, this stuff just reeks of girliness, and I just have no time for it. I mean...
What's girly about vampires?
See, I don't know anything about this. I mean, maybe these vampires and this girl, it just seems too teeny bopper to me. I'm sorry, I just can't buy into it.
But these vampires, I mean, they're mysterious, and it's just a love story with a vampire twist.
I don't think love story is going to really get him.
I don't think that's really...
You don't like love stories?
I like love stories, but I just don't understand
Like you like The Notebook?
No. I almost got beer out of my nose. I think this Twilight series just takes up way too much of the American people's time. And they're not concerned about important things.
Like what?
Like, for instance, there's a revolution going on in Egypt right now. Nobody cares that the museums are getting ransacked.
Whoa. Sorry to interrupt. They don't have internet in Egypt. They're not watching our show, so let's not worry about them.
I'm saying about the American people.
You know what? The Americans don't care about Egyptians either.
They should.
Unless Egypt's back online. In that case, we care. Anyways, go ahead. You know what? I'll help the argument, okay? Here's the thing. I've seen and read Twilight a few times. And oh yeah, I'm a big fan. Well, I'm not obsessed, but I'm a fan. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Even men like myself.
You guys are going to be friends after this.
We weren't friends to begin with.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, it's not only a vampire, it's vampires against werewolves. It's very few horror movies, well, movies of that genre that have that, except Freddy vs. Jason. I think it was the only other one that anyone cared about.
So is this like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Don't talk to me. I don't know.
Is this like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No, it's not like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's no like crosses. They're not like holding up crosses.
Is there garlic?
There's no garlic. See, they're not like those kind of vampires.
Well, you know, I've heard that when they go out in the sun, they sparkle.
They sparkle.
Why?
Let me talk to you about that, because you always... Well, I don't know how you feel about them bursting into flames.
That's a great idea. That's what should happen to vampires. Suits them right.
Sparkle? It's beautiful.
Vampires are supposed to be beautiful?
Edward is.
Who's Edward?
Well, Edward is the leading man. He's a leading vampire.
Like in
he
Hollywood?
falls in love with Bella.
Who's Bella?
Well, Bella is the leading non-vampire actress.
Kristen Stewart. You may have seen her in other movies.
Kristen
Oh yeah,
Stewart.
she has a really blank look and she always plays with her hair, right?
I do that too. So, Bella moves to Washington to be with her father.
Like DC or state?
State.
Okay.
Because it's not sunny there.
So is this vampire doesn't like the sunlight?
They try not to go in the sunlight because they want to be discreet. They don't want anyone to know that they're vampires.
Well, I think sucking blood in the middle of the woods isn't going to give them away.
Well, but see, this is the thing. These vampires don't suck people's blood. They suck animals' blood.
So is PETA all for this movie or what?
I haven't talked to PETA lately, actually. They're supposed to return a call. I haven't talked to them.
All right.
So, anyway, so she falls in love with him. Like the vampire, nobody can get him.
Just like she's walking down the street, she's a sparkly guy.
They
in
see
school.
each other at school.
They were paired up in school.
Yes,
So this
they were
vampire
paired up in school.
Are these the immortal vampires?
Yes, they're immortal.
Why is he in school?
Well, because they just want to go along with society and be like everybody else.
Are you talking about the vampires or the werewolves?
Well, now the werewolves is Team Jacob. Bella's dad is a police officer, and he's friends with this other guy who lives on an Indian reserve. Well, when the vampires came, that's when the werewolves showed up. Because the werewolves are the only ones that can kill the vampires. And so Bella is
And other vampires.
So Bella's friends with Jacob, and she's friends with Edward. But she falls in love with Edward. But Jacob's in love with her, too.
Oh.
So now it's like a love triangle.
So this required like 5 or 6 movies and books?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely it did. So maybe if you drink a whole case, you'll really like it.
Here's the problem here. I mean, you're talking to a man's man. This is a beer drinking, heavy duty,
gladiator watching
man's man. What in the Twilight series is going to make this man's man turn off Man vs. Food and watch Twilight?
Think about the vampire. He has all these powers, and the werewolves have all these powers.
Like Harry Potter
and
powers.
they're going to fight each other.
Does it have Gary Oldman in it?
Who?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Coleman.
Oh, Gary Oldman. If you guys know why I should watch Twilight, I mean, by all means, send me an email.
Or leave a comment or something like that. Sure.
Okay, well, this is going to be a what do you call that? A spoiler. Spoiler alert.
So this is the whole thing.
We do that all the
Spoiler
time.
alert. Well, actually, she picks Edward.
I didn't read the last book yet.
This is a spoiler alert, and you said that's fine. So I'm spoiling it for you. Sorry about it. Earmuffs.
Let's just go into the room, Dave.
Earmuffs. Good. Okay, so she has his baby. And it's like half vampire, half human being.
Is this Blade? Like Wesley Snipes?
I don't know. Does he have a half vampire?
Yes, he has a half-breed.
Yeah, right. So he's
a daywalker.
So, right, you could
A
call him that.
non-sparkler?
Yeah, Renesmee is her name.
Renesmee.
That's the baby's name.
Sounds like pig Latin.
The first movie and book, throw it away. Garbage. It's all about I love you, I love you,
Okay,
I love
so
you.
shouldn't I just do the whole thing to the whole series? Like
No. Because
Twilight,
here's the thing.
Twilight.
See, here's the thing. Me personally, I think Edward's kind of a pansy. All right,
Edwards is
the vampire.
It's like the
vampire.
Okay, because here's the thing. It's a love triangle, right? Edward, he's the lead vampire. Jacob is the lead werewolf. There's a love triangle going on, right?
So how are they
Very
related?
intense.
What sort of...
So, okay. So, Edward decides that he cannot see Bella anymore. It's not good for her. He's afraid that he was gonna want to suck her blood. So he moves to Italy to be with the Volturi. The Volturi are the only vampire. It's like a family that lives in Italy.
It's like if Gary Oldman ran his own vampire clan. That's like the Volturi.
So only the Volturi can kill Edward. But Edward's sister can read minds.
Edward's sister hands?
Edward's sister hands. So Edward leaves to go to the Volturi. And then one day, Bella thinks it's a good idea to jump off a cliff. To go cliff diving.
Not to kill herself.
Not to kill herself, but to do cliff diving. Because whenever she does stuff that's not good, that's scary, that could kill her, Edward comes into her head. It's the only time that she ever sees Edward. So she decides if she jumps off a cliff, she'll see Edward.
So why do you want... I mean, what's the point of the movie if she just kills herself?
So Edward's sister sees that Bella jumps off the cliff and tells Edward. Edward calls Bella's house. Jacob answers and says... And Edward says, "Where is Bella's dad?" And he said, he's planning a funeral. Edward thought it was Bella's funeral. So then he provokes the Volturi.
To do what?
So he can die. So he can be with Bella again.
So wait, when they die, they go where?
I don't really know where vampires that die go.
So he tries to get the
He doesn't want to
vultures
live if he can't be with
to
Bella.
kill him.
Yeah, the Volturi.
The Volturi, which is probably vultures in
Italian. Probably.
Yeah, basically. But she goes to Italy and saves him.
From what?
The Volturi.
His self-provoked attack?
Yes.
I still don't think it's convincing enough, though. I'm sorry, I'm still not...
When Edward decides to be a pansy and leaves Bella, because most men that are in love with women just leave them for no reason whatsoever.
Well, if you let it go, and they don't come back, it's not meant to be. But if you let them go and they come back, then...
Who told you that bullshit?
Was it Sting or somebody, or...?
Oh, it was Sting. Never mind. That's probably true then. Here's my problem with the whole thing, alright? This Jacob fights a lot harder for her than Edward does. Mm-hmm. Because Edward's got her in the back pocket. You know, he's got her convinced. She's head over heels over him for some reason. I'm not sure why. And Jacob fights and fights and fights for her. So what happens is Edward witnesses her making out with Jacob.
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. Edward doesn't care.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's okay. He says, you know what, I understand. No big deal. What would you do if some girl you were in love with was making out with another guy?
A vampire or a werewolf?
With a werewolf.
Gee. I'd probably organize some villagers to go chasing after him. Why? What's with this Bella? I mean, what's so?
He's just mesmerized by her for some
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think she's very attractive myself. What I think is the vampire world should get together, have a beer from two brothers, and then just forget about her.
Yeah, they should move on.
They won't. Matter of fact, I don't even think they're friends.
Because of this girl? I tell you, it makes me not even want to watch this movie at all. It's like poison for the world. Yeah, it just seems like a big teenage, like, you know, it's almost like Miley Cyrus or Justin Bieber.
Miley Cyrus got her 5th tattoo today.
I know.
So you're gonna go home and watch Twilight?
That's a big hell, though.
You know, maybe...
No, why don't you tell us, what is your biggest reserve? I mean, other than it being a teeny popper, because I'm sure you've watched teeny popper movies before. You watched a movie the other day about perfume or scents or...
Oh, that was the Mistress
spices.
of Spices. That had that Miss World, Miss Universe from India. She's quite a good-looking girl. I'm just saying, you know, it's just, I don't know. Maybe if I was trying to impress a girl and make, you know, show them that I had a soft side.
So you'd sell out.
Yeah. That's the only reason.
See, and that's how guys watch it. They just sell out.
But let me ask you
They just
something,
sell
though.
out.
What if you watch it and you enjoyed it? Would you tell people you enjoyed it?
You'd be too
I
embarrassed.
might try to hide that, you know? It's
Dave
like,
doesn't hide it.
I didn't go see The New Kids on the Block. Alright, so if I absolutely had to watch just one of the movies, which one should it be?
Probably number 2, which is New Moon.
Number 2 or number 3?
No, 2, because you'll like 2 so much you'll watch 3. See, that's how it works.
Yeah. I have to go to the bathroom.